federal judge presiding over the Trump's document case has rejected Trump's team request to delay the beginning of the trial until after the November presidential election, but only for now. Judge Aileen Cannon issued this 9-page order denying the motion filed by Trump's defense team asking the trial to begin after the November 5 election, but that denial was issued without prejudice, which means that Judge Cannon reserves the right to change her mind. That decision might come after March 1, which is the date scheduled for this conference. A conference is a pretrial discussion set for a number of reasons in this case to discuss and determine how classified evidence will be handled in this case. Now, why did Judge Cannon reject the request by the Trump's team? Let's look at the reasons. And the reasons and the structure of this order might, in my opinion, be telling of a strategy by Judge Cannon. On one side, she says that unlike argued by the defense, the Office of Special Counsel Jack Smith was effective and efficient in producing discovery. In other words, they didn't drag their feet like Trump's defense team argued. But this is the other side of the coin. I think that if you read through the order, you might infer that Judge Cannon may be trying to kind of frame a possible justification for delay downstream by formalizing in the order that she basically harbors no prejudice towards Jack Smith or the Office of Special Counsel. She's in essence implying that she has the capacity to be objective. Because if on one side she is praising the prosecution for being effective in producing evidence, on the other side she's spending 3 full paragraphs pointing out how the defense is now buried in even more paperwork than was anticipated originally. And in particular, down here, she's talking about what due process requires, and that is more time for the defense to go through the mountain of evidence that the prosecution has produced. As importantly, some would even say more importantly, Judge Aileen Cannon spends an entire paragraph, while not making a specific decision in this sense, opening the door to the possibility that later on she might weigh in the other several trials that Trump is involved in deciding whether or not to actually delay her own proceedings. Overall, I don't think that this order bears particularly great news to the Office of Special Counsel, because in it, Judge Aileen Cannon says that she will monitor what the prosecution brings to the table before making a final decision on actually moving the trial date. And this is true especially in relation to a statute called SIPA Section 4, about which I'll do a separate video. For now, I think it's fair to say that I think this order will be better received by the Trump team than it would be by the Office of Special Counsel. For now, if the schedule holds, the trial is set to begin in May 2024, which is significant because it's before the time that the Republican Party will select its nominee for presidential election, considering that the primaries will go through the month of June. We'll just have to see what happens.